Hi, this is Galen with Eagle Ridge Barn Builders. Today we're going to take a closer look at one of our main styles, what it includes, and also what you can customize to make it exactly for you. A main style is essentially a starting point or a set of specs for the shell, where you can start, then choose the size, choose the layout, and also the options that you want. Standard in all of our buildings, we use the concrete block foundation. Basically, we add a pier of concrete blocks every 8 foot along every runner of the shed or cabin, and we make sure it's perfectly level, adding shims or any wood planks or anything necessary to make sure that your shed or cabin is perfectly level. You can prepare the site as you please. If you want to have gravel pad or just level the ground, that is totally up to you. If you prefer a concrete slab as the floor of the shed, it has to be perfectly level and square. So talk with your sales guy and make sure that concrete slab meets the requirements. In this video, we're going to go over the single slope style. We're going to use this 12 by 36 single slope as an example. Starting with the floor system, we have 4 by 6 runners going all the way along the length of the building, pressure treated lumber of course, and then 2 by 6 floor joists, and they're spaced 16-inch on center as standard. Over the floor joists, we use 3/4 plywood standard for the floor. Coming inside to the interior, our walls are framed with 2x4s. The back wall is 8 foot tall and the front wall is 10 foot tall. On the standard ones, we also have the short single slopes which have 6 foot back wall, 8 foot front wall. So you can choose between those two. And then we have the LP Smart siding as the exterior siding. In this case, this building has also the house wrap. For the roof trusses, we do either 2x4s, 2x6s, or 2x8s, depending on the width of the single slope. And then on top of that, we have Radiant Barrier OSB as roof decking. On top of that, the synthetic roof felt for extra moisture protection. Then on top of that, either metal roof or shingles, whatever you choose. Coming to the outside, once again, this is the LP Smart siding, comes standard. We will caulk all the nails and seams before we paint it with a Sherwin-Williams paint. This can be one of our colors in our color chart or your custom color if you want to match your house or any other structure beside it. Our single slopes also come standard with 8 inches of overhang all around the building. All our single slopes come with free delivery within 100 miles from our location here in Itasca, and then they also come in with a lifetime warranty against decay or any leaks. Now going to the options that you can customize, make sure you make your single slope like you want it. Starting with the siding, LP Smart siding is a standard, but you can also go with lap siding or board and batten siding. For doors, there are several options that you can choose from, starting with the 9-light door, which is probably the most popular. You also have a solid door just like this one here, and also French doors, just like the French door that this one has in the front. Other options would be all the barn doors, 4 foot, 3 foot single, and the 6 foot double barn door. Those are more like shed doors. And then we also have roll-up doors. That's something that you could add to your single slope if you would want to. For window options, you can go with 3x5 windows, 3x4s, just like this one, 3x3s, also 2x3s, and there's a single pane version of the 2x3 as well. You can choose those. Standard come in as white, and this particular building has them in black, which is an option you can also choose. You can also add transom windows, just like very popular on single slopes to have up there, but you can place them pretty much anywhere. Porches is another option you can add to most of our buildings on single slopes. It's very popular to add the cottage porch, which comes here all across the front. You can also do the modern style, which is basically following the same roof line and coming out 4 or 6 foot. And then if you would like any kind of like inset porches, that's something also we can do, but they will take up from the inside, or the space on the inside of the shed. There's also some interior options you can choose from, starting with custom shelving. You can pretty much put shelves or workbenches wherever you want. Loft is another option on single slopes, but you do have to have in mind that there is not much space above the loft in this type of roof. Interior wall framing is another thing you can add to our single slopes. That's totally custom, and you can place walls wherever you want to. House wrap is another option that this one does have included, as you can see. So if you want that extra moisture protection to be able to insulate the building, that's something you can add. We also offer custom electrical packages where you can place all your lights, plugs, switches wherever you want to. And then we also offer spray foam insulation packages, so you can insulate the building, closed cell on the floor, open cell on walls and roof. There's also a package for anything 14 by 24 or smaller that you can add, which is the finished interior package, which includes insulation covering up the walls, your custom electrical, and also an AC unit. Another package that we can include on your single slope is the cabin shell package. So basically just bothering the specs of the cabin shell over to this single slope, including dead wood on gable ends, OSB on the walls, and a few extra things to make it easy for you to finish the interior. One thing that I forgot to mention is on doors and windows. If you want your own window or door, we can do the frame opening to the custom size that you need, so you can install that yourself, or you can also provide them, bring in here to the shop, and then we install them. Lastly, there's a quick list of especially upgrades that you can do to your building, including things like anchors. If you want to anchor your building, there is certain limitations to that, but if we can definitely help you with that. You can also raise the front wall if you want to go 12 foot or something like that. We can customize that. Also, there's an upgrade for 12-inch on center floor joists instead of the standard 16-inch on center, and engineered tongue and groove flooring if you want to upgrade that. And then also, if you want to have easy access to your building, you can always add we have aluminum ramps, or a set of steps or something like that. That's something that we can always help you with. So that's pretty much all the specs and the options that you can choose from on the single slope. As you can see, it's a very similar package and options as we have on other styles, but with that flat roof line, if that is something that you prefer more sleek and modern design or look. If you think the single slope is the style that you want, you can fill out a form below, and we will be happy to help you with any questions, or provide you with a free quote.